they come. 63 cars and drivers roaring toward 500 miles at speed. Jim Hall outdrags the field and crests the hill first as they start braking for the very slow turn 5. Of the pack through the carousel and into Canada Corner. The rest are still bunched and jockeying furiously. It's Jim Hall and the Chaparral cleanly ahead past the start line. And the sorting begins as lap after lap the drivers work for the spot they planned on. Jim Hall a solid first. Augie Pabst in the Chevy-powered Lola has passed 25 cars to charge into second. Dick Doan's number 59 Chevette third. Roger Penske in the lightweight Corvette fourth. Walt Hanskin fifth in the Mecum Team Ferrari. Trouble for Pabst. The Mecum Team Lola showed an oil leak 5 minutes before the race start and now needs 14 quarts. Rather than ruin the car, it's retired just barely into the race. Doan moves into second. Ken Miles, assigned to go for overall, is pushing his 98 Cobra after third place Penske and gets by going through turn 5. Hall, meantime, is smoothly in front. Penske has repassed Miles and now comes in according to plan. Sharp will take out the Stingray while Penske waits to get in the Chaparral. The critical stage. 1/4 of the way through and the first stops for driver change. Too long a stop could cost position. Chris Economaki reports from the pits.
Ken Miles has brought that Cobra in, allowing Doan to go back into second place in the Chevette. And here comes the leader, Jim Hall, in the pit for Roger Penske to take over. That leading Chaparral is still in the pit, and we wait now for number 59 to come by. If it does, before the Chaparral is out, we will have a new leader. They were going to check the rear brake pads. They have checked those pads and are now changing them. This is going to be a law. Here we have a new leader now. A new leader, Dick Doan of Dundee, Illinois, has just taken the lead with 84 laps remaining with the Chaparral still in the pit. Now 2 minutes and 5 seconds, and this is a long and costly pit stop. A lot of work for those pit crew men down there in the Jim Hall pit. Now here's Penske coming out now.
Penske, now in the Chaparral, has his work cut out for him. He's really deep into turn 5. Too deep. Penske has to use the escape road. And loses valuable time getting back on the course. Doan's Chevette gets an even better lead. Penske's slower than normal, may be trouble. Hanskin's Ferrari takes advantage of the break and moves into second. And Bucknam moves the lead Cobra into third. Hanskin pits the Ferrari. Too long here, and they could lose second and a good chance at the lead. But things go smoothly, and teammate Pabst roars after the leading Chevette. Penske's in with a Chaparral. A leaking brake seal on the newest Chaparral, the reason for missing the turn and taking the rest of the course slowly. Time-consuming repairs necessary. Penske stays aboard. Hall has a few words for his teammate, then back to the fray. Doan Chevette still leads. Bucknam's no sooner out than back. He loses valuable seconds while the radiator's topped off. Shelby says 2 laps behind. Go get him. Bucknam's immediate target, second place Pabst. Here's a break for Pabst. The leading Chevette pulls off the track. Gearbox problems. With the Chevette out, the Mecum Ferrari assumes first place. Bucknam is second as we go to the pits for a halfway report from Chris C. Konamaki.
At the midpoint of this exciting Road America 500, the lead has been handed back and forth 7 times among 3 drivers. Right now, it's the bright red Old Reliable, a siren-sounding Ferrari from Modena, Italy out in front. Started by Walt Hanskin, taken over later by Augie Pabst. That's the #1 car, and it looks like it may go all the way. But behind, there's some fast machines, too. A Cobra driven by 10 Miles and Ronnie Bucknam are right behind, and there's a number of other fast cars chasing these boys. It's not over yet.
The leader, Pabst, signals thumbs up past the pits. But Bucknam's right on his tailpipe. Bucknam's by Pabst, roaring into the carousel. Cobra-bitten Ferrari is mad. In the under 2-liter class, the lead Elva Porsche of Buzetta and Wiestoff pits for driver change. Wiestoff, running for second overall in the championship standings, hands the car to co-driver Buzetta, first in class. The under 2-liter fight is principally between the Wiestoff-Buzetta car and the Charlie Hayes-John Cannon Elva Porsche. Wiestoff-Buzetta are first. Lee Hall is second. Hayes and Cannon third. Doc Thompson brings the Chevette back into action, but gearbox trouble has left him only 4th gear and plenty of trouble. The endurance trial is punishing. 23 cars retire just over halfway through. Miles is back in the Cobra and into difficulty almost right away. Miles must pull off in Thunder Hollow, while Hall sweeps by in the Stingray into second place. The Cobra team leader is allowed no help from the pits. And from the look of the dipstick, it would do no good. The Johnny Miles locates himself and starts for home. The slow way. Hanskin, back in the Ferrari, takes over first and sees plenty of Jim Hall's Stingray in his rear view mirror. Miles has returned and will be given another Cobra. He takes out the Scott Morton Cobra, currently in 4th place. Meantime, Hall's second-place Stingray is after leader Hanskin with a vengeance. And Miles isn't a bit sluggish. That's it for the Chaparral. The faulty brake seal is let go completely. The brand new Chaparral retired for good. The Penske Hall Sharp Combine must rely on the Stingray, now under Penske's charge. Miles, in a healthy Cobra, is nipping at Penske's heels as they roar into the final lap. The lead Ferrari sounds like lap 1. Hanskin's driving beautifully. Second place Penske is pitted. A loose rear wheel puts his second position in jeopardy. Miles thunders by into second. A trouble-beset Penske finally gets out, but now third. Now it's Miles and Penske in a flat-out duel for second. But there aren't enough laps left. Penske's lost time in the pits proves too much handicap, as Miles' very fast Cobra stays easily in front of the pursuing Stingray. Nor is Miles a match for Hanskin's fleet Ferrari. A hard-earned, record-breaking victory for Walt Hanskin. Miles second, Penske third, Weesthoff fourth. In a moment, the victors.